Can you invest in companies that are doing good in the world and still make money? This is the question that ethical investing tries to answer, and today we are going to give you the facts. Hey all, I'm Kara Perez, founder of Bravely Go, and I believe in the power of ethical investing. In fact, I believe in the power of voting with your dollars in every area of your life, from your day-to-day spending to, yes, where you invest for things like retirement. And luckily for you and I, there are a lot of socially responsible investing opportunities and strategies out there. So, without further ado, let's get into them. First, what is socially responsible or ethical investing? Like, who is she? Is she a scam? Is she real? Can she really make you money? What's the deal? Ethical investing is simply aligning your investments with your personal values. So if you personally believe that everyone deserves to earn the same amount of money, you want to invest your money in companies that are paying their employees equally. If you consider yourself an environmentalist, you probably want to exclude fossil fuel companies from your investment portfolio. And ethical investing is pretty easy to do, I promise. And the place to start is with ESG investing. If we think of ethical investing like a pyramid, then ESG investing is going to be the base of our pyramid. ESG stands for environmental, social, and governance, and it's a set of criteria that we use to rank companies to determine, hey, is this company at least trying to do the right thing in at least one of these three areas? Environmental is pretty easy. It's criteria that considers how a company performs as a steward of nature. Are they blowing up mountains? Are these fossil fuel companies? Social criteria examines how it manages relationships with employees, with suppliers, with supply chain, with customers, and in the communities where the company operates. And finally, governance focuses on how a company deals with leadership, executive pay compared to entry-level pay, audits, internal controls and internal systems, and things like shareholder rights. So different types of investments like index funds, mutual funds, and ETFs can be given an ESG ranking to determine how well they handle each area. And as investors, you and I can use these rankings to determine if this is a fund or a company we actually want to put our money into. For me, the environmental impact is the most important factor in my investing decisions, but let me know in the comments right now whether you're an environmental, social, or governance gal. Which one's most important to you? I really want to know. Millennials, such as myself, have been driving the demand for ethical investing for the last 15 years. But don't worry, Gen Z is coming up right behind us, keeping the vibe going strong. The truth is, y'all, we're living in a world where we are able to more clearly see than ever before the vast differences between the haves and the have-nots. Wealth disparity is very apparently on display. We have climate change already impacting our lives, and younger generations have less time for corporate BS. Companies that are making life harder for all of us by actively contributing to climate change or by using prison labor to make their goods are less attractive to younger investors. And let's face it, as climate change issues like persistent drought and stronger storms become more and more of an issue, companies are going to be forced to shift into more socially responsible behaviors anyway. And this is the power of ethical investing. Investors like you and I can help move these companies along by withholding our investments from companies that are dragging their feet on these major issues. I'm looking at you, ExxonMobil. Now, of course, any investor wants to know, well, how profitable is this investment? If I put in money to these ESG investments, am I going to get money out? Am I going to be able to retire one day? And the answer is a resounding yes. ESG investing is just as profitable, if not more so, than non-ethical investing. Let's go to the videotape. A Morgan Stanley report found that US sustainable funds outperformed non-sustainable funds by 4.3 percentage points in 2020. That's a pretty big difference, 4.3 percentage points? A McKinsey study also found that ESG-focused investing is up tenfold from 2004, and that overwhelming research shows that companies focused on ESG factors experience an increase in value creation and higher equity returns. And listen, y'all, McKinsey is arguably one of the worst companies in the world. All they care about is profit. So you know, if they're saying that ESG investing is profitable, it's definitely true. And yes, you can even beat the beloved S&P 500 with ESG investing. The S&P 500 is an index that has the biggest companies in the United States in it. So we're talking Apple, we're talking Microsoft, Amazon, Tesla, these huge big name companies we're all familiar with and often use on a day-to-day basis. And the S&P 500 is often held up in the world of personal finance as the benchmark to measure your investment progress against. And good news for us ethical investors can beat the S&P. VTSAX is the Vanguard Total Stock Market Index Fund, and if you've been in the world of personal finance for even 4 seconds, you've probably heard of this index fund. It is beloved by pretty much every personal finance creator out there. And it has all the big baddies in it. It's got ExxonMobil and JP Morgan Chase and Coca-Cola, all really terrible companies. The 3-year return for VTSAX is 18.75%. Pretty good 3-year return, you know? I would not be mad as an investor if I got an 18.75% return. But let's take a look at VUG, which is the Vanguard Growth ETF. This ETF is fossil fuel free, so there's no Chevron, there's no ExxonMobil. Some of these big baddies have been removed. Now you might be thinking, okay, well, ExxonMobil, Chevron, these are huge, very profitable companies. If you take them out of the ETF, it's obviously going to drag down their profitability. Tell me in the comments right now what you think the 3-year return for VUG is. I'll wait. Go ahead and hit pause if you need to. It is, drumroll please, 25.36%. If you're an investor who is happy at 18.75%, you are going to be over the moon thrilled with 25.36%. That is such a huge difference. And we're doing it without the crappy fossil fuel companies. So yes, you can make money with ESG investing. In fact, you can beat the S&P 500 with ESG investing. Side note, you know what else is good for your money? Is hitting the like button right now to boost us in the algorithm. What I like most about ESG investing is that it allows us as investors to feel more deeply connected to where our money goes. It allows us to invest our values while impacting the world around us. So often in personal finance, the focus is singularly individual. What is best for me? How can I get rich? I'm going to take care of me and my family and screw everybody else. But ESG investing really takes the focus from the individual and puts it on the communal. And you know that is my jam. So how do we get started? Well, you will find in the description below a link to our free ethical investing workshop. There's so much to talk about in the world of ethical investing. I really couldn't put it all in just one video. So we've got this free workshop. Again, link is in the description. And what we cover in the workshop will help you begin your ethical investing journey. I walk you through where to begin on your ethical investing journey, how profitable ethical investing can be, and how to choose profitable investments, how to determine which values of your own that you want to invest, which one's most important to you. Is it that environmental, that social, or that governance aspect? And how you can use both ethical investing and values-based spending to make an impact on the world around you. Money is a tool, y'all, and we're in charge of where we direct those dollars to a certain degree. Ethical investing is a fantastic way to put your money into companies you believe in and withhold your money from companies you don't believe in. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions about ethical investing. This is a topic I'm really passionate about, so I'm definitely happy to talk to y'all about it and to answer any questions you have. Please give this video a like and make sure to subscribe.